Now for our alligator, I've got a white 5-inch round blown up to about 2 inches or so with the nozzle trimmed really close. I've got a forest green 160 blown up a little more than halfway. I've got 2 keyline 260s each with about 4.5 to 5 inches uninflated on the ends. And then I've got a forest green 360 with about 5 or 6 inches uninflated on the end of it. We're going to start with a 360. I'm going to make the bubble a little wider than my hand. Another bubble the same size. Then I'm going to lock those two together. Tuck the nozzle through, secured in place. And then I'm going to make 2 fold twists. And those are about 2 to 3 fingers wide. Not very large at all. Right behind that, this is our alligator's head. Then we're going to come back about 2.5 inches behind his head and make a neck, followed by a pinch twist. Then I'm going to split that pinch twist. Make about a 4 or so inch body, followed by another pinch twist. And I'm going to split that pinch twist as well. And the reason for splitting those pinch twists, in a little bit we're going to come back and put a string of pearls along the back to represent the spines down his back, and they'll rest nicely in those, and that keeps them from rolling off the side if you have just the pinch twist there. So there's the beginning of the body. We're going to go ahead and take our 5-inch round for his eyes, and I'm going to split that into 2 equal levels, and then we're going to put those on his head. Just come up from the bottom, bring him up to the top, spin him around to lock him in place. There's his head. And now we're going to give him some legs. So we're going to take the first of our 260s. We're going to start by making about a 1-inch bubble on the end, followed by a little pinch twist. Then we're going to make a triangle. It's about a 3-finger bubble, slightly smaller bubble, and then another 3-finger bubble. Twist that in to lock it in place. See, there's a triangle I was referring to. That's 1 foot. Make a leg a little wider than your hand. Another leg the same size, and then we're going to make another foot. So you make a pinch twist, take your triangle, your 3-finger bubble, slightly shorter one, another 3-finger bubble, twist that around there, and then your little 1-inch bubble on the back. Then we're going to cut that out, tie that off there, and then just trim those ends up real quick. That other one. That's your first pair of legs, so divide it back into 2 in the middle, and then twist that in at one of your parts of the body where you've got those pinch twists. Front or back, it doesn't matter. So there's his front legs. And then we're going to take our other 260 and do the exact same thing again. So make the first foot, 1-inch bubble, pinch twist, 3-finger, smaller bubble, another 3-finger, 1 foot, 2 legs, and then repeat the other foot. Trim off. Well, that's close enough. I can just tie that and then trim it off. Divide it back into 2 legs again, and then put that on the other split pinch twist on his body. Let's get his legs all straight where he'll stand up a little better. And of course, you can stop there, and he's a nice little lizard or something, or even an alligator without the spine on his back. But I like to put the spine because it makes him look more like an alligator. So we're going to take our forest green 160. I'm going to start up here and twist it into his eyes. I'm going to make a string of pearls that's going to go down his back, twist into there, down and twist into there, and down to the end. And I'm going to seal them off at the end by pulling off a little bubble and securing them there. So watch. So we'll twist in at the eyes. Then we're going to make our string of pearls. Usually 3 will get me to that first set of pinch twists, or split pinch twists. should say. And see how with that split, it rests, and that crease that it forms will hold it in place very nicely. And we're going to make our next string. Looks like 5 is going to give me about where I need to be there. You don't want them too loose, you want them snug enough that they're going to lay flat. If I were to put a 6th one, it would begin to bow up and there'd be a gap there and it wouldn't sit as well. And now I'm going to go all the way out, almost to the end of this tail. Once I get it where it's almost to the end, I'm going to pull a bubble off on the end of his tail, twist those two ends together. Now that's obviously, once I pop this off, it's going to not stay. So what you do is you're going to take your 160, make a pair of pinch twists to capture that end and secure it so it doesn't come undone. So there's one pinch twist, another pinch twist, and I'm going to wrap it around, a time or two to secure it. Pop that excess off. I'm going to secure that in really well. If you position your pinch twist one on either side, this tail sticks out. Taking that foot up so it'll stand up. And there you have an alligator.